Hey, y'all, I have to start this video off with this before I forget. So I'm driving home from work, right? Because I didn't really have to work today, but my boss was like, "You can come in." Well, my boss told me Tuesday when I was working Sunday. So I was like, Sunday I knew I was gonna have Monday off. He was like, "All right, yeah, see you Tuesday." I was like, "All right, cool." And then my boss texted me this morning. He's like, "Hey, I'm not even gonna be in today. Like, you can come in today, and I'll cut you out an area to do, or you can just take off." I was like, I'll come in for a little bit because I'm taking Friday off for most of the day because I got to go somewhere with my girl. But like, so like I wanted the hours and everything, right? I don't know what I'm yapping about that for. Anyways, let me get to the point of the story. I'm on the way home from work. I'm texting my girl, and while I'm texting her, I look, and it's this person coming this way. So I'm driving this way. The person's coming this way, so they're in the opposite lane. And I just happen to look over at him, and he knuckle deep. He at least a knuckle deep. He might have been two knuckles deep in his nose. And I knew I wasn't tripping. I texted my girl. I said, "Hey, bro, tell me why I just seen somebody digging their nose in the middle of drive, in the middle of traffic." She said, "Were you looking in the mirror?" Hey. Hey, bro, I don't know why because I know her so well, so I should have known she was gonna say something like that, but I wasn't expecting it. I opened my phone and saw that, and I genuinely did the flight laugh. I hit her with that, bro. Like she wasn't with me or nothing. Like I said, she texted me, but like I genuinely did the flight laugh, bro, and I was crying, bro. This is why I will always tell people: make sure your girl is funny, bro. If you have a funny girl, it'll always keep things interesting. Even because like I'm a boring guy, but I'm a funny guy to her at least. To most of the people in my life, I don't know how y'all feel. Let me know, but to her at least, you know what I'm saying. So it's like just get a funny girl. Anyways, I just yapped for a whole minute and 45 seconds. To the topic of this video, as you can see up here, is my NBA. There you go. It's full screen for you now. My NBA, well, this is not the NBA standings for the 2024-25 season, and I'm particularly interested in the Eastern Conference. And the team that we're going to be talking about today is so far down the standings, even below my Toronto Raptors, even that far down, that you literally have to scroll on ESPN to see them. And I'm talking about the 1-3 Milwaukee Bucks. The only team who they have a better record than in the East is the 0-4 Detroit Pistons. Pistons, I'm gonna get to you though. I'm gonna get to you in a video within the next week. I need y'all to remind me. I'm gonna write this down right now. I gotta talk about the Pistons. I gotta talk about the Pistons because y'all should. Anyways, the only team you're better than in the East, if you're the Milwaukee Bucks, the Pacers are down here too. We're gonna talk about them soon, but we'll see. Maybe not. I don't know yet. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think we might be talking about them pretty soon. But the Milwaukee Bucks are down here with a 1-3 record, second worst in the East. Only above the Pistons. Guess what? In the West, the only team worse than them in the West is the Utah Jazz, who are 0-3 and play tonight, I'm pretty sure. Are we being serious? We couldn't be being serious. Like, surely we're joking. There is no way the Bucks are this bad with that about to be a damn second apron team. You got Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard, a team where you traded Drew Holiday and he went and won a championship with like kind of some of your rivals in the East. That's a dude you traded Drew Holiday for. You said, you know what? Nah. Dame, Cash Money, Chris, and Giannis, that's all we need. Now you're 1-3, and then you fire Adrian Griffin last year. And there was problems with Adrian Griffin. The defense under Adrian Griffin was terrible. But you were 34-18, something like that. 34-13, 31-14. It was something like that. That was your record. Now in the Doc Rivers era, let me tell you exactly. I don't want to paraphrase. I don't want to be hyperbolic. I want to tell you the exact number that this team is in the Doc Rivers era because I saw it earlier today and it made me cringe. You're 1-3 on the season since hiring Doc Rivers in about January of last year. You're 18-22. You were like 34-13, something like that before. You've lost 3 straight games after beating the 76ers, who were down 2 of their 3 best players on opening night. Well, not opening night, but your opening night. Then you've lost 3 straight games, including losses to the Bulls at home and the Nets in Brooklyn. You should be 3-1 right now. If you would have gave me this schedule, you would have told me for the first game, Joel Embiid and Paul George would be out. I would have said, okay, after their first 4 games, the Bucks will be 3-1. If you would have told me that at the beginning, if you would have gave me that schedule at the beginning of the season, knowing PG and Joel were out, that's what I would have said. And they are 1-3. The only loss on here that is respectable to me is the Boston Celtics. Oh, I have so much to say here. Versus the Celtics, let me tell you. You had two players play well. Damian Lillard, who was mostly playing well because of his free throws, to be honest with you, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, who played very well, 30, 10, and 6. Not a bad game at all. That's actually a really good game. Outside of them, nobody did a damn thing. Brook Lopez, 13 points on 14 shots. Taurean Prince played 32 minutes, which for him is low. For him, that's not a lot, because the way that Darvin Ham and him have a love affair going on, I know Darvin Ham's just an assistant coach, I get that. The way him and Darvin Ham seem to be having this love affair, because why before this game was he getting more minutes than Giannis and Dame? I think it was versus the Bulls or the Nets. He had the same amount of minutes as Giannis and more minutes than Dame. We're talking about Taurean Prince. We're not talking about Chris Middleton, who's hurt. We're not talking about Brook Lopez, who they won a championship with. We're not talking about Gary Trent Jr., who adds spacing to the floor, who did play 37 minutes last night, which is one more than Damian Lillard. But we're not talking about them. We're talking about Taurean Prince, probably the most expendable piece on that starting five. That guy was getting more minutes than Giannis and Damian Lillard. He looks like the most fire barber in the South. And he's getting more minutes than Damian Lillard. It's just water. It's empty now, but it's just water. Let me tell you. Jason Tatum had his worst game of the year. Prior to this, he was top 2 in MVP. He went out here and had a stinker. 15 points on 16 shots, made 1 3. But you let Drew Holiday go out there and score 21. Derek White had a bad game, 13 points on 13 shots. Jaylen Brown puts up 30. You lost to Peyton Pritchard. Bro, Peyton Pritchard had, if Doc wasn't bald, Peyton Pritchard would have made him bald last night because that man was pissed. Did y'all see at the end of the third quarter? Please tell me y'all saw this. Peyton Pritchard hits not a buzzer beater, but basically a buzzer beater that was like 0.4 left on the clock after he hit it to end the third quarter, which is literally why is he the best in the world at that? Why is he the best in the world at a buzzer beater shot from anywhere on the floor? Why is he... Okay, anyways... And then they cut to Doc after he hits the shot, and Doc is just standing there, hands on his knees, just hunched over, pause, just looking at the ground, looking for some relief, pause. That is the funniest thing I've ever seen, because why did you let Peyton Pritchard go out here and shoot 10 of 14 and 8 of 12 from 3? This man shot 12 threes, and he only missed 4 of them. You let him put up 28 points in 28 minutes. You let him be their second leading scorer in only 28 minutes. Nobody else off the bench scored a point except for Jordan Walsh in garbage time, basically. Not garbage time, but you know, limited play. You lose to that. After, this isn't before, this wasn't like the first loss in the losing streak. You lose to that after you lose to the Brooklyn Nets by 13 and the Bulls by 11. Didn't you have like a 20-point lead in this game at one point, or am I tripping? No, you didn't. You couldn't pull away from them ever, and then you have a 27-point... And you turn the ball over 15 times. You let the Bulls shoot 45% from deep. You let Kobe White put up 35 points while Giannis put up 38. I just want to look at the minutes because I'm about to lose it. I'm not even a fan of this team. This man played 30 minutes. Again, low for him because there is a game where I think he had the same amount of minutes as Giannis, bro. And I want to prove to y'all that I'm not tripping. I want to prove to y'all that I'm not just hating. I think it was this game. Let me prove to y'all that I'm not just hating. 34 minutes, 1 more than Giannis and 2 more than Dame. When you're losing to the Nets, Giannis is 7 from 11, 8 from 11 from free throw with 12 boards and 7 assists. Damian Lillard's having a stinker of a game, and you say, you know what we're going to do to remedy all of this is we're going to give Taurean Prince the most minutes on the team. Oh, wow. Versus the Brooklyn Nets. You let Cam Thomas go out there and put up 32. He's a pure scorer. That's not a problem, really. But you let Dennis Fumble the Bag Scrotum go out there and put up 29 points and be a plus 27 on the floor. Nick Claxton, who was like partially suspended for this game, for like the first half of this game or something, I'm pretty sure, comes in there off the bench, 22 minutes played, gets a double-double in 22 minutes. The man played less minutes than Ben Simmons, and you let him get a double-double. Brook Lopez. Because I know it was you. I didn't even watch that game, but I know it was you. The Bucks have a problem, bro. I don't really know how you remedy the problem. I never thought Doc Rivers was a good hire. I wasn't super pissed about the fire of Adrian Griffin. I thought it was kind of dumb at the time, just because it's like you're 34 and like 13. Why are you firing him? So like I thought it was kind of dumb, but I wasn't mad at it because a defense with Giannis should never be as bad as it was under Adrian Griffin. That's why. So I wasn't pissed. I was a little perturbed, but I wasn't pissed. And then you hired Doc Rivers, and that's when you got me pissed, because what makes you think Doc Rivers, the guy who's blown more 3-1 leads in NBA history than anyone else, who's blown more 2-0 leads than anybody else, him and Chris Paul are synonymous with blowing leads, how did you think hiring him was going to be the fix? You lose in the first round to the Pacers, okay, you had some injuries, whatever. And then you come out here and you start the season 1-3 after playing only one good team in your first 4 games. Because the Sixers were missing 2 of their 3 best players, so I don't count them as one good game. The Celtics are the one good team you faced, a great team. 76ers would have been one of them, and you probably would have lost. If Tyrese Maxey in that game versus the Bucks doesn't shoot a tour date, if he shoots a nice respectable percentage from the field, the Bucks might have lost. Luckily for him, he was out there shooting. I think it was Halloween, or maybe that one wasn't Halloween. Some other one was Halloween. But yeah, bro, like what? The Bucks are flawed, bro. And right now, I don't know what more you can really do, because you don't have cap room. You're not gonna fire Doc. You just hired him. So what are you gonna be paying 2 fired coaches now? That sounds like something the Pistons would be doing to the Lakers. Wow, Pistons and Lakers in the same sentence. Lakers are good right now. Like what are you gonna do? You gonna trade Giannis? You gonna trade Dame? Who wants to Brook Lopez's contract? He's 97. Who gives a damn about Taurean Prince? I mean, the Nuggets the Nuggets maybe could use them. The Nuggets could use something. If I gave the Nuggets one of my toenails, they might get better. Because good God, they're awful. Jamal Murray out here scared to shoot. Nobody can shoot. It's terrible. Anyways, I love y'all. I'm so glad basketball's back, bro. I'm going to watch some hoops tonight, and I'm so excited to do that because it's a Tuesday night. No football is on. Even though I love football, I love basketball a touch more. So, hey, get to watch some football. Some basketball. I don't know what I'm going to eat, but I'm going to eat something. I got some homework to do, lame, but, I got to get it done, got to grind. But I love y'all, bro. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are going to get a rebuild here sometime this week. I'm going to get y'all a video with my NBA power rankings probably tomorrow. You're going to get my NFL update and stuff. You know that. You're going to get that on Thursday. And then, yeah, you'll probably get a video Saturday this week for me, too. Because I'm pretty sure I'm taking Friday off. So y'all should get a video from me Saturday this week, too. But, all right, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for everything. Thank you for watching. Keep God first. Always pray. Go to him with everything. And work hard. Keep grinding. Keep God first. Everything will always work out, all right? Don't you dare quit. I don't care what it is. Don't you dare quit. All right. I love y'all.